Yo, what's good, you guys? Your boy Frost here, and finally, because we've been so far in doubt so far, the Farlight update has practically been soft launched. And by soft launch, I mean it's on test servers. I'm pretty sure you can play them right now. I'm not sure. Diving into all this other stuff, I mostly just wanted to talk about the patch notes, and I'm gonna try and have some gameplay showing off the jet slide, but it's not gonna be from my POV. It's definitely gonna be from Zach Wilder, since he was the first person that kind of showcased everything, including the whole new hero. If you haven't already, if you want to go look into their whole new hero, you can go check out the video that he uploaded. I think he's pretty sick, and I think he's gonna fit well into the meta as what's going on. But that's not all that I just wanted to talk about. I'm just gonna try and keep this sweet, but it's sweet and short, just to not take up too much time, so I can hurry up and get this video posted. It's 4:22 in the morning. I got work. But basically, this is probably the best or slash the biggest Farlight update we have gotten in a very long time, and one that I'm probably really excited about to play and grind, because I have been grinding this recent Farlight update, but it's kind of slowed down because things hasn't been, you know what I'm saying, pretty much all the content is kind of gone. We've kind of grinded through it. There's not much to grind for it. And for all the people that have been saying no, jet slide's not gonna bring back the fucking game, or you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna be enough, I think this update in general will be enough to bring back some sort of player base, because it's fucking insane. So I'm not really gonna just, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna go too far into it, and not gonna try to bore you with all the details. I'm gonna have screenshots of the patch notes, courtesy of Zach Wilder, since he had streamed earlier for about 2 hours and kind of went over the whole patch notes and stuff like that. I'll have screenshots as well, going through the screen, so you'll probably be seeing all that. But basically, we have the new hero. Like I said, if you want to go see all the gameplay, all the skills, everything that goes into it, go check out this video, because I'm not gonna have gameplay of it, especially not right now. So basically, new heroes is really cool. His name is Freddy. He has 2 skins right now, something like that. He's you know, skins wise, he's not really fleshed out, but he is a good character all around. I do think you guys should be able to, should give him a shot. He's pretty good. And basically, jet slide is in the game. It's here, and it's pretty good. Basically, you can do shit like shooting, you can aim, you can reload, you know what I'm saying, you can execute a lot of actions going into it, out of it, and you can actually build momentum. So originally I was going to try and put a video out of what to expect with this whole jet slide and how it's gonna be, more or less just my input, because I've said it on stream whenever I was kind of just speculating on how it was gonna go, and this blew it out the water. Basically, you can spam it. It's not a heavy spam, there is fatigue, but you can spam, you know what I'm saying, the initial boost that you get from it. And going down hills, you also build up momentum. Even using skills, you can build in the moment. Oh my gosh, Farlight, if you're somehow watching this video, y'all have done a great job. This blew my expectations out of the water. The jet slide is really good. You know, it's definitely something that is going to be really well used, to say the least, especially since you can aim inside of fucking jet slide. I don't really think y'all understand this, but there's certain slight mechanics that you can use with aiming and fucking shooting inside of a slide, and I feel like the one game that you was able to abuse this really well with was Destiny 2. So I think if that's the way how it's gonna be with this jet slide, it's gonna be a lot of outplay potential and all that stuff, man. It's gonna be great. There's a new battle pass coming in, and it's the phase 2, which is gonna have, the Watchman skin, a new M4 skin, new Jupiter skin, whole bunch of other stuff. You're gonna definitely see it whenever it comes out, so it's gonna be nice. One thing I want to talk about is the duck side nerfs, because recently he did get a nerf, mostly to his speed, and what was it? It was something for his rolling impact, but Now, if you think that update was I mean, or that nerf was bad, basically he got nerfed down from the bursty airbag using the rolling impact from 160 to 120. So he's not going to be as, you know what I'm saying, the damage, you know, they reduced the damage now for him. So you're going to be able to beam him out of airbag really quick. They basically decreased the temporary shield value on Summit Crush, so I thought that was really busted. Because imagine, you know, if you're a good duck side player and you had like gold or red shield, and then you got even more shield on top of that using ulti and pushing people, that shit was crazy. So they nerfed the hell out of duck side. With Bo, I'm not really too sure about what's going on with his nerfs, except they kind of adjusted the tactical steals and stuff like that. It was something with the Dazzling Mirage changing the impact on enemies, preventing them to aim by forcefully closing their sights. So basically, you forcefully close sights while reducing the aim history during the effect. Increase the duration of the tactical skill from 2.8 to 3.5. So Bo got a buff on duration with his grenade. That's pretty good. They increased the displacement device. This is the one self-destruct tactical skill Sparks of Love, and they adjusted the ultimate Frenzy Bomb, now releasing the ultimate that will expose to enemies on the mini map. So basically you'll see it. Watchmen, as far as Watchmen's adjustments, we're just going to talk about them really fast. So they adjusted the calculation rules for the cooldown time of the skill down. Now the skill cooldown only commences after the sheriff is destroyed. So basically you don't get cooldowns until the sheriff is destroyed. So I think that's a buff, because, you know, it doesn't really sound like a nerf, because you still technically get to keep him out even longer until it's destroyed, for its initial commercial use, basically. So the attack speed of sheriff will now gradually increase over, oh my god, that sounds crazy. Optimize the attack logic of the sheriff and not prioritizing an engine as Watchman is tall. Wow. So it'll target people that Watchman is shooting. That's technically a buff, because that means you can viably play with your turret. This is a buff. This is a good buff. This actually makes Watchman a scary target now, especially since he has a second gun, a hired gun next to him. So wow, Watchman mains are eating good tonight. Oh, I can see that. After the sheriff is destroyed, it will briefly reveal the location of the Watchman. Oh, so a slight nerf to him too as well. That's crazy. And basically, during the automatic recall triggered by the sheriff, the process will be interrupted as soon as the sheriff returns to the Watchman's recall range. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. They optimize signal alert. Now it will provide a preview of the release location required by a second click. And then optimize the skill's performance of the UI display. Ultimate bite mode. When activating the ultimate mode, the cooldown of the tactical skill sheriff's control will be reduced simultaneously. The movement speed of the sheriff will also decrease. Sounds like a tad bit of a nerf, since the cooldown's getting reduced now. But also on top of that, yeah, okay, I get it. So it's sort of a buff. So now the ultimate summons of Lucinda and Ember cannot be destroyed by allies. I didn't even think about it being destroyed by allies like that. And they removed the universal role passive from all heroes. I'm not really sure what that means, but we're gonna keep moving on. They increased the base damage of most weapons, and they increased the base magazine capacity of most SMGs, as well as the additional capacity with adding a magazine mod. So now they have, you know, more at they added a magazine mod for some of these heroes. I mean, not heroes, but weapons, and for the SMGs. And I think SMGs are going to be even more viable now, since I'm pretty sure they're gonna have more of a faster reload time. I think that's pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, I think that's pretty good. So let's keep going. Adjusted the damage decay effect for all weapons. Okay, so damage decay across the board, longer range shots. Okay, I sort of get that. Remove magazine mod slots for bar 95 and MF18. Okay, MF18 called a fucking stray, because no one uses MF18, but they said magazine slot where? Like, this gun, But the bar is actually getting a nerf. That's a magazine nerf. That's crazy. And they added a magazine mod slot for the Mad Rabbit, replacing its base magazine capacity from 35 to 25. I've been saying for the longest time the Mad Rabbit is the best alternative towards the White Dwarf. Now the White Dwarf does knock really fast, but all around consistency, the Mad Rabbit is by far the best SMG you can ever get. And the fact that it now has a magazine slot and its base magazine is 25, which is still pretty generous. This is a still pretty generous mag. I think overall the Mad Rabbit will still be pretty viable. So increase the VSS base magazine from 15 to 20 and synchronize the additional capacity with the equipped magazine mods. So base mag is 20. That's good. That's a good extra 5 bullets. Not that it's that big of a difference, but it's still a difference. So VSS overall is going to have a magazine buff. Can't wait to see how that's going to be. Added a sprint reload function, allowing players to reload while sprinting. That's really good. Oh, that's really good. Really good. Really great job with that. It has been pretty slow, especially running away from situations whenever you needed to reload, because reloading as it is now when you are playing the update, it's pretty slow, especially whenever you are getting mass pushed by an actual really good team. So I think this is be viable. It's not going to be too viable, but it's going to be something, you know what I'm saying, situational, where it will be pretty good. And they were talking about optimizing their terrain and cover in some of the realms, so you're going to see a lot more cover, you're going to see a lot more terrain, indulation of road, you know what I'm saying, surfaces, and visual obstruction. Basically, added more tactical supply boxes in the wilderness, so we'll actually be able to get better weapons and loot. Speaking of that, basically, we're gonna go all the way down here because they improved the overall visual clarity, added mist effects on certain mountainous terrains, added brightness in dark corners, and then supply drops reduced the frequency of blue level armors. I've been saying something about this. Blue level armor wasn't really that big of an issue, since you can kind of drop into a POI and you can kind of just farm up to blue. But since everyone's going to have a chance now, especially now whenever they're going to get green, so green is now going to be probably the most important upgrading into blue. And they've increased the frequency of all assault rifles drops. Oh my gosh. That means basically I can finally be able to loot the AK or just an M4 or at least a better rifle than what it has been. It's been SMG Farlight loot the whole fucking time. Shit is insane. So and they reduced the frequency of sniper rifles 4x's and 8x. This is definitely playing into a nerf for the defender, the stellar win, and definitely the barbetta right now. That's a good thing right now. It's going to force people to mostly go for the sponsor drops to mostly get those weapons too as well. And they increased the max limit growth of growth XP and shield XP dropped after killing enemies. So killing enemies, being aggressive, I'm going to preface this, being aggressive and killing enemies awards you even more XP, growth, and shield. That's good. Sponsor boxes, they reduced the probability of attaining high level armor and increased the activation time required for the sponsored box. That's good. Sorta ish, not really, but it's something, just more of a nerf to it, since sponsored boxes are supposed to get you equipped. Added a red UI indicator when enemies are present within the activation area, so that's good. So whenever people are pulling up, that's, you know, boom, you pop and you see them. Minimap during the cruise phase, all vehicle drop locations are now directly displayed on the map. This is something that we got to talk about, is the matchmaking. They've refined the matchmaking even more. This is probably the last thing I'm going to talk about really fast, because this video is already stretching out to be damn near 15-16 minutes long. So score calculation optimization, sorry, I can't speak. Refined damage and kill calculation rules for more accurate player performance assessment and score settlement. That's really good. Higher rewards for consistently well performing players. Oh my goodness, this is big. This is perfect. This is perfect for players that you know, reaching into ace, legend, Mythic constantly, dropping good games. That's a really good thing. Team making optimization, reduced instances of AI teammates with the system striving to place players on the same team. This is a really good thing. This is really good. Sorry, I just got indigestion. This is really good. You get into a lot more. You get into a lot more actual teams rather than just, what I'm saying, bot having a bot teammate. But they improved the AI difficulty, providing a smoother experiences for different rank AIs. That's pretty good. So they kind of refined the AI and made them a little bit better across whatever you increase in rank. Improve shooting mechanisms for high difficulty AI, addressing a situation where players are sec killed by AI outside their line of sight. Okay. Streamline AI spawning mechanisms to minimize sudden AI appearances. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So now it's not going to be easy to kind of kill farm. It's more or less just, it's going to feel like an actual regular public game of Farlight. So yeah, that's pretty much the patch notes that everything that I want to talk about. Let me know what you guys think. This is a really good update. I'm sorry that I couldn't really go over the update more in depth. There has been a showcase put out, like I said, by Zach Wilder. Y'all should go see his video on it. It is even the stream VOD up right now. You can actually see all this stuff. But I wanted to talk about the patch notes because that was something that I was just mostly important. That was mostly important to me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm sure there's a lot more fixes and a lot more stuff that was put into the patch notes, but I went over the juicy, bitter details for you guys that have not seen this yet. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Yeah, as always, peace.